What do you think it was? How deep? Oh. Oh, had one. He chased me up. On. Whitefish. Yeah. Yes. There's a school of them and they just chased me all the way up. Yeah. And that was on the little Meigs jig thing. Just with a minnow head. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm using. That little guy. Yeah. It's hard to grab onto. Yeah. And they flop a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just with a minnow head.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously you had one on the spoon too, so maybe they're just aggressive today. Little perch. Well, that's not a perch. It's a whitefish. If I can keep him on this rod. Yeah, there's a whole massive school of them. I didn't think they'd be in here. Come and drop down here. There's still a bunch of them, I think. That was on 4-pound tests too. Yeah, on this little tiny thing. Yeah, about the same. So I really don't catch whitefish all that often. They're species that I've maybe only targeted about 3 or 4 times in my entire life. And I really don't know a whole lot about their behavior and how to catch them, but I'm learning. I've been to this lake a couple times now, and I'm learning a little bit more every time I go. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about what I used today and techniques that I use to catch these fish. So I do know that whitefish are known to be bottom feeders typically, but in this lake, I was marking whitefish on the bottom, in the middle of the water column, 5 feet underneath the ice. I was just marking them absolutely everywhere. And what I found was that the fish that I was marking on the bottom in, say, 50 feet of water completely ignored anything that I put in front of their face. Instead, the fish that were anywhere above 20 feet off the bottom had a better chance of reacting to the bait, and then I would just reel in fast, just as I would a lake trout, and then I'd just do the cat and mouse technique until I got one to bite. And they don't always bite. They're really picky fish, and on a lot of lakes, I guess you can't just do the up and down thing with them. You have to bounce it off the bottom. But those fish at the bottom, maybe there's a way to get them to bite. Maybe it's just they bite on some days and they don't bite on other days. But the fish that I seem to be able to catch in that lake are the ones that come up higher in the water column. So the first fish I caught was on this Fenwick HMG ice rod, and it's a light action rod, and I was just using a little Meigs jig with a minnow head. I trap my own minnows. They're fine scale dace minnows, and I just used the head, put it on this hook, and I tried bouncing it off the bottom at first. Wasn't really getting too much, and then as I was marking fish coming up higher, I just reeled up to them, and I got that first one just 5 feet beneath the ice. The fight was mostly in the hole for that one. And then my other rod that I caught the other whitefish on, and the perch, is the same rod. It's a Fenwick HMG ice rod, but it's an ultra light action. And I have 4 pound tests on it. And in that spot that I was fishing for the last 20 minutes or so, I wasn't even targeting whitefish. The bite had kind of slowed down in the main lake section, and we were just fishing sort of in narrows and marking lots of perch and lots of other fish. And I just happened to catch another whitefish, and it seemed like there was a big school of them, as you guys probably saw from my screen back there. That was fun. That was a fun fight on this tiny little teardrop jig, again, just with the minnow head. It's an interesting lake because a lot of whitefish lakes, I think, are known to be pretty clear. This one, the visibility is only about 5 feet. But it also has lake trout, it has largemouth, and it has perch, brown bullhead, whitefish. But it's a really interesting lake. I'll definitely be heading back. And I did keep the 2 whitefish. They are really good tasting fish, and hopefully it'll be a delicious dinner for tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you're all having a good Christmas, and we'll see you next time out on the ice.